Good morning, day 286, cooking down the refrigerator, freezer, and working pantry meals. Well, this morning, it's a balmy 47 degrees out. Brr. And I went out and picked some pretty geraniums. I think this will be the last bouquet of the summer. The hydrangeas are shot. No more pretty hydrangeas. But anyway, it feels like it's getting to be time to wrap things up out there. I need to get these geraniums pulled out because they were so beautiful this year. So I want to overwinter them. I overwintered a couple of geraniums last year. They were different than these, and they did come back. So this year I want to try and overwinter these because flowers are getting so expensive, like everything else, and whatever I can save and try and grow next year, that's what I'm going to do, whether that's seeds or flowers or whatever. I have a couple of really pretty petunias, unusual ones that I want to try and take some slips of. So there's going to be some indoor gardening going on soon too. I don't have to cook anything today. I just have to heat things up because I still have some soup. Probably enough for a couple days. I still have plenty of food, and I still have plenty of things in my freezer. I pulled out some lunch-type meat, seitan that I sliced up. It's like a corned beef. I have that. I have plenty of bread in the freezer, and I'm going to continue to try not to spend any money on food this month. We'll see how that goes. So I have enough for sandwiches, I have enough for main meals, and I only eat 2 meals a day. I've never been a 3-meal-a-day gal, so I eat 2 good meals a day, and that's it. I'm not hungry, and if I'm not hungry, I don't eat. So how many meals a day do you guys eat? Do you eat the 3 meals a day, or do you eat like 6 little meals, or 1 big meal? Let me know in the comments below. I'd really be interested to see. So I think I'm going to go ahead and create a Facebook group for us. It'll have the same name, Ellen's Abundant Life on Less. It's going to take me a few days to do that because I really need to finish up outside first. So, but that'll be upcoming, and I'll let you guys know when that's up and running, and that way we can share pictures and recipes and comments and have discussions, and I think it'll be fun. So I think I know what I'm having for breakfast already this morning. I'll take you into the refrigerator and we can have a look, and the same with dinner. So I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll do that, and I'll go out in the garden later because the wind has died down and it looks like it's sunny today. So hopefully I can get a lot done, and there won't be any leaving the house, hopefully, but you never know. So all right, I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll get the day started. Okay, let's have some breakfast. I'm eating a little earlier today. Instead of noon, it's like 10:30, but I want to get dressed and get out there and start doing some things even though it's still chilly out there. So let's take a look. I could make some fried potatoes, but I think I'd rather make potato salad out of that. All right, I still have pasta here, a little bit, and I'm going to make one of my favorites. I'm going to make pasta and eggs. So there we go. All right. And then for dinner, I still have soup. That's enough for a couple meals. I could have soup and a sandwich. I could have TLT with my fake and bacon. Or I could have my corned beef seitan, because I have some Swiss cheese down there. I don't have any sauerkraut, but that's okay. I could even make a coleslaw and put that on a sandwich. And I don't have rye bread, but that's okay. I have the Walmart bread right there. So those are potential dinners. All right. That way I won't have to go in the fridge again a second time today. All right, I will meet you at the stove. So good morning, cheers. I'm having my coffee while I make my breakfast. That first cup of the day is always the best. So you guys have seen me make this before. It's nothing special, but I really enjoy it. So I just have a little bit of vegan butter here that I'm trying to use up. This is, oh, I forget, what is it? I don't know. Oh well, doesn't matter, it's vegan butter. And these are the sticks. So I should have enough of this to get me through the month. I still have a couple of these in the fridge. But then after that, I'm going to have to buy more butter, or I'm going to have to make some. And I have several cookbooks that show me how to make vegan butter. I did make it a couple times. But, you know, always looking for better recipes, and I haven't really found one that I really like. I find that a lot of times when you make your own, like mayonnaise and butter, you know, your own things like that, it doesn't last very long, so you have to kind of use it up a little quicker than you would the butter that's got the preservatives in it. So I have to find a recipe in one of my cookbooks, because that I, you know, won't make by the seat of my pants. That I need a recipe for. So we'll see. And I'm trying to use up some of my homemade seitan from the freezer, and it's pretty good. Now, I've made the corned beef before, and it was really tasty. So that's not the first time I've made the corned beef. I've actually made it a few times. So, but I want to get more into that because with the winter coming now, I won't have the garden to do. I'll be focusing more on decluttering and, you know, spiffying up the house, cleaning, doing some deep cleaning, which I've let go for a long time, and trying to get caught up on things that I've let go. So, okay, this is just noodles and eggs, and I'm just going to season it with a little bit of garlic salt and let this heat up, and of course butter. Butter's important because it wouldn't taste good if it was dry, at least not in my opinion. So, all right, I'll be back once I get this all done and plated up. So when you're making this, I just wanted to, you want to get it all over your noodles. Gives them a really creamy texture. And then I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of garlic salt. Not too much. A lot of times I tend to over salt things, which isn't good for me. Some pepper. And that's it. You can do it. You can cook this as much as you want. If you want to leave it creamy, you can do that. All right, that's all I'm going to do. All right, that should be plenty to eat. So if you have leftover noodles and you eat eggs, give this a try. It's really tasty. All right. So I know this isn't very exciting, but here it is. Noodles and eggs. All right. I'm going to eat this, get dressed, and go out in the garden. I'm trying to become a little more social because I could very easily become a hermit. So I'm trying to reconnect with some of my friends, go do some things before the snow flies, because once that happens I won't be doing too much. So I made a date with a friend of mine. I've known her forever, and we're going to go to the arborvitae. No, that's not right. The horticulture place. Anyway, so that should be fun. She and I are both into gardening and doing things like that. So, yeah, I need to get a little bit more social because, like I said, I could be a hermit very easily. But I do like spending time with people that I really like. So, okay, enough about that. I'm going to eat and get going. I finally made it out into my yard. Yay! So, this is the first thing I'm going to work on. I've got these rubber stones, and I want to put those over here in this area and back there and in the back there. So that's my first project today. And then my second project for the day will be over here. Hi puppies. In this area, because it's a mess. So I'm going to be putting these pots in various places in the garden and get that set up for next year. This will stay the same, but all this needs to find a home, and I need to start wrapping these things up. These city picker boxes are going to stay here. It's a perfect spot for them. So I will be back later and I'll show you what I've accomplished, if anything. And then one of the last projects I have in the garden will be pulling up some of these beans, and look what the bugs did to my kale. They ate every shred of kale. So, but the chard still looks good. So I'll be cutting that, but not today. Going to wait until I can do something with that, because that's too much to eat right now. So, well, now they're working on my kohlrabi. And I know that's those little caterpillars, but everything's pretty much shot already anyway. I'll be pulling up the zucchini. That doesn't look good. So yeah, just getting this garden ready for next year. And I'll be excited to do that for next year. Alright, I will be back when I get this all done, because if I film the whole process, it's just going to take too much time, and I really am in a time crunch here with everything I have to do. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, well, I got a lot done today. I got all these stones put down. I don't know if I'm going to leave them this way, but for this winter, they're going to stay like this. I may need to get a few more of these just to bring them out for the chairs. But I think it looks pretty good. So over here, this section, I'm not doing that now. I'll do it in the spring. This section over here, I'm going to make into a little garden area and probably put this very old table here and a chair. But this is going to stay this way until spring. I'll just cover a few things up. Okay, so that'll stay like that till spring. Over here, nothing much is going to change. But over here, I did a lot. Cleaned this up. And these are just, I'm going to make this like a flower area. These will be veggies. These will be flowers. And then in here, these will all be flowers and some strawberries. And over here, some more flowers. So this area now is pretty much done. I just have to winterize it, but this is how I want to set it up for spring, and I think that'll be nice. And then my greenhouse area will be over there. So that's what I got done today. Now over here, when they took the tree down, they broke this pot, so I want to take the dirt out and put it in my garden pots, and then that'll go in the garbage. So the table, so I'll have 2 tables here for entertaining. So, and then these pots will go wherever they go. Now what I have to do tomorrow, is supposed to be nice again. Now these 2 pots, I want to put my, I have some blueberries, and they were starts I did this year. So I have 2 of them, and I'll put those in those pots. That pot over there I'm going to dump in my garden pots. So, and tomorrow I'm going to start pulling things out of the garden, and it's supposed to be nice for another couple days. So still lots of work to do, but it's getting there. So then last but not least, I have to do some things here on my deck. I have to clean up all this area. These were tomatoes I had, and that all needs to go in the garbage. I need to do something with this pallet. I'm not sure where that'll go. I may put that over here just to kind of hide the air conditioner a little bit, but I'm not sure yet. Or maybe on the other side. And then this I have to all get ready for winter. I have to cover up my furniture. There's some plants I want to save, like the caladiums. I want to dig those up and save the tubers. I have in here a couple of little, that's a little mojito. There's little babies in there. I want to save that. And this is a different elephant ear with little babies in it. So that's what I want to do there. And then I have to dump my little makeshift pond, and my pump stopped working, so But all that needs to be dumped out, turned upside down. So, but this will be the last area I do, because this all needs to be covered up. All right, well, hopefully next spring will be a little easier, and I'll just have to plant some things and set this back up. I have this gate here because the dogs jump up there. Of course they do. But next year I want to do something a little different so that they can't jump on the pots. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so there is the garden. Making progress. I'm happy with what I accomplished today. And now I'm going to go have some coffee and relax. Alright, I will be back later with some dinner. The size of this hornet. Holy mackerel. That thing is huge. Wow. And then I ran away. That thing was about 1.5 inches, 2 inches big. And then it started to fly, and I ran away. Okay, well, I'm making dinner, and here is some of my soup that I made the other day. So I'm having soup, and in the pan here I'm making a vegan Reuben sandwich, and it's got Swiss cheese and dill mustard, one of my favorites, and my vegan corned beef seitan. So that's what I'm having for dinner tonight. So boy, am I glad I cooked ahead. I think that looks pretty darn good. Alright, and then I'm also going to have some of my homemade zucchini pickles. I think there's only one left, but I'm going to save the onions in here for maybe a burger. I have plans to have a burger, but what I want to do is I have some cucumbers that I bought at the store last time I went and did a haul. So I want to put some of the cucumbers in there, and then here are my marinated mushrooms, and I have to eat these, oh, if I can get the lid off. I have to eat these before they go bad. So I'm going to have some of those too. And these were really good. I used to buy a big jar of marinated mushrooms at Mark's, and they haven't had those in forever. So I just thought I'd make my own, and they turned out really good. So, and they were so simple to make, very easy. All right. So there's my dinner tonight. Vegan Reuben sandwich. Well, it isn't vegan. It's vegetarian because the Swiss cheese is not vegan. And my marinated vegetables. And my soup. And I have soup for one more meal. And I still have some corned beef left. So, and I also have my bacon and a few tomatoes that need to be eaten up. So I'll be eating those probably tomorrow because I have more gardening to do. So there we go. Let me give this a taste. All right. Let's give this a taste, see if it's any good. That's good. So if you're vegan or vegetarian, you can have something very similar to corned beef, if that's what you like. And it's really tasty. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to eat my dinner and I'll wrap this up. Today was a productive day. Seems like when I have a productive day, the next day is kind of not so much. So I'm glad I got that done in the garden. So this time of the year, I kind of get into high gear because I know I only have X amount of time to get things done. And I really don't like to operate that way, but sometimes you just have to. So I'm going to finish up my coffee. I came in after I did my garden and made myself a cup of coffee, and now it's after dinner and I'm going to finish it up. So anyway, we'll see what tomorrow brings. The next 2 or 3 days are supposed to be nice. So hopefully I can at least finish up the garden tomorrow, and then maybe I can get to my deck. That shouldn't take too long, but I always say that shouldn't take too long, and then it always does. So that's all I have for you today. I'm going to go relax, watch a little television, put my feet up. All right, my friends. So that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.